Good morning, T-Wolves. Mr. Quentin here. Wanted to go over with you what we're doing today. Basically today is designed to be an easy day to really make sure that you have had as much time as humanly possible in class to work on your project that is due on Friday night, this coming Friday night, the 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Something else that you should be bearing in mind, we do plan on having a test next Wednesday, October 28th. So please make sure you're kind of getting everything caught up and done, especially since progress reports those grades have already been firmed up. And if they haven't been released to you, they're already available online in Skyward. So make sure you're taking care of that. Make sure you have a really good handle on modification. Make sure you have a really good handle on adaptation, those differences between physical geography and human geography, those wonderful aspects of mining we've been discussing. So let's talk about what we're doing today. Today is really easy, folks. You're literally just going to go to your course. We'll just say here, let's do third period today. Let's say third period, and then go to quarter one. Of course, you'd go to your period, week of October 19th, go into Wednesday. You'll see there's just one thing to do. It's just a CNN 10. So you're going to do the CNN 10. You're going to go in here. We're going to watch the CNN 10. And then after watching the video, please fill out both slides of the exit ticket. Folks, this is just a regular exit ticket, so make sure you fill out slide 1, easy enough, but not slide 2. Very quickly, I just need a complete and complex sentence recap of what today's CNN 10 was about. Why only 2 sentences? Simply because I want to get you writing just a little bit, but I also want to give you plenty of time to focus on that project and or anything else you need to be getting caught up on. Let me show y'all something here while I have you here on the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting a lot of questions and a lot of submissions, and it is pretty obvious here. Let's go back to week of October 13th. We'll go back into Wednesday because that's where our project was. And looking at our choice board, it is pretty obvious that we have a lot of people who are not following the rubric. I don't even think you're looking at them, judging by some of the things that I've been getting. And there are several people who have tried to actually submit a project. Folks, if you're submitting projects for real, then you're really submitting them, and I have to grade them like they're really submitted. Please, 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 you still have 3 whole days to make sure you're getting this done and done right. For example, the Venn diagram. It says to create a Venn diagram that compares and contrasts physical and human geography. Cite at least 4 differences for each and at least 3 ways they come together. Include at least 4 images. So for example, if you would like to get all 100 points, I know it looks a little funky on this screen, but that's a 100. That Venn diagram must have at least 4 examples of physical geography, at least 4 examples of human geography, at least 3 ways they come together in the center of the diagram, and is free from any errors. That means there's no spelling errors, there's no grammar errors, and your facts about human and physical geography are correct. You also need to have at least 4 accurate images of whatever it is you have chosen to do your images on. So if your images are part of physical geography, they really need to be physical geographic images. I am having people who are not sure how to do a Venn diagram. Folks, a Venn diagram is pretty simple. You can just go to your drive, for example, click on new, click on more, where you can find, or for you, it might already say drawings, and you literally can just go to your Google Drawings. And here, again, folks, all you have to do is insert a shape and a circle here. And look, folks, there is a circle, and you just right click, and then you can copy this, and then right click again and paste. Folks, this is not hard. Okay, there you go. When you see your blue circles like this, you simply just change the fill color to transparent. Folks, there's your Venn diagram. Okay? That's how easy this is. Don't don't overthink it. I'm not looking for people who are just giving me a picture of a Venn diagram and then putting their facts somewhere else. Your facts need to be correctly done. If you're putting things in the middle where they come together and it could be construed, that means I could interpret it as one or the other, you might need to explain it. For example, if you're going to tell me that mining is both physical and human geography, you're going to need to explain that somehow, because mining in and of itself is only human geography. But if you're going to explain to me how mining has physical push factors involved, then you can do that. You can absolutely use the middle space to say mining shares both because it is a modification of the environment using physical geographic push factors. That's a really easy way to do that. Okay? So that's just one example. Make sure that you're doing those things, folks. I'm getting a lot of questions about how to submit this project. Folks, you can absolutely use your document, this document right here. You are absolutely free to use this document here to do the work. You can literally just start typing down at the bottom, and maybe you'll start with a fiction story. Let's say you chose the fiction story. You can literally just click in the middle, my fiction story, change it back, and start typing. You can absolutely take that Venn diagram and you can insert a drawing from your drive. Oh, there's my brand new drawing that I just made. This is all stuff that you can do to input stuff. You can insert images in here. You can attach other files to it. If you need to, reach out to me and say, Mr. Quinton, it's not working or formatting properly. Then fine, we can work out something so that you could email me something. I'm getting a lot of questions about how to do the quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, you may do that quiz however you like. If you want to distribute it via quizzes or Quizlet, or if you want to make a Google form, all of those things are acceptable. But the grammar needs to be right. You need to make sure that the questions are phrased correctly and that they do accurately reflect what you're trying to say. If you're using your fib, your tricky question, then you definitely want to make sure that it's something that could fool them. So maybe you might say that, food is always modification. True or false? Okay. You'll need to make sure that that's your tricky one, right? Because you're trying to get them to do it. But make sure that it is really tricky. Okay. Obviously that was not the best example, but this is what I mean. But you need to make sure. So for example, you'll see I'm typing here. If you wanted to try and trick someone by saying, the northern and southern hemispheres are created by the prime meridian. True, false. Now, we should know that the prime meridian creates the eastern and western hemispheres because the prime meridian is 0 degrees longitude and longitude lines run north and south. So this is a really good way to trick somebody because they might think, oh, prime meridian, oh, north and south, oh, that's longitude. And then they would go, oh, that's true. And you're trying to trick them. So this would actually be false. Okay, the correct answer is false. Also, you'll note that my grammar and spelling are correct. You need to have this. Again, take a look at our rubric. 3 facts and a fib, 100 points. Quiz is shared and consists of 4 questions, has been administered to 5 people, and subsequently documented with scores, and is free of errors, grammar, spelling, and facts. The facts you're asking about, need to make sure that those are good. So you also need to document your results. So if I gave it to Libby, Chloe, Evie, and Jen, and I don't know, we'll say Mr. Booth, right? Then I would know that she got question 1 correct, question 2 correct, question 3 incorrect, and maybe that was my fib question. So we'll even question 3, question 4, question 4 correct. Oh, well, look, it looks like I actually was able to fool Libby. This is why it's important to try and reach out to students to take this quiz, because they're all in the loop and they all know what's going on, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing our students first. If you do not have the ability to get 5 students, then that's fine too. Then you can go ahead and use family or friends if necessary. All right. So these are a lot of the big, easy things. Make sure your grammar is right. Make sure your spelling is correct. Folks, I normally don't take off of that stuff because we're doing it on the fly and we're doing it in class with our limited class time. You've had over a week at this point to be working on this. So I do expect your grammar to be good. I do expect that your spelling is going to be correct. If you have any other questions, please let me know. But this is what we're doing today, folks. So make sure you get in on that and get it all done. And let me know. Send me an email. Send me a note in Schoology. All of those things are acceptable. And as always, have a great day. Mr. Quinton, out.